Now pin a message to the top of your live chat for viewers to read. Click my any message to pin it. Use options menu to unpin. Got it. That's definitely a new feature. Hold on a second. What's that? I like that. We'll use that filter. Okay, awesome. I am live. It's been a very long time since I have done a live stream on my channel. I think it was like back in 2021 is the last time I did a stream. Honestly, I don't even remember. It's been a long time. What's up, everybody? This is Aaron Miller on the channel Rigel Destiny, performing a live stream. Let's see. I've got a commenter, William Waldrip, said, Hey Rigel, how are you doing, man? Hey, I'm doing very well, William. It's good to hear from you. Thanks for leaving a comment. I do like it when I receive plenty of comments on my channel. I lost hearing in my left ear. These are headphones I got from a thrift shop, actually, so they're probably glitchy. So, I don't know. If you can hear background noise, that's just my brother in the back, so don't mind him. Yeah, Wolf Freeland Fallout Kid. Cooper, my good friend, says, what's up, man? I am doing very well, Cooper. Good to see from you. Oh, there we go. My cord just came back on. Just probably has a slight glitch. But yeah, it's good to see you, man. William says I'm doing well, too. I had a good Christmas, and hopefully 2023 will be awesome. Oh, me too. A great Christmas, and I hope it will be, too. Let's see. Robbie Marie says, would you like to come over to my new... Let's see. Would you like to come over to my home? Sorry, the comment's like half cut off. New Haven, Indiana. Is that like where you live or something like that? Well, good luck with that. I probably wouldn't be able to make it to anybody's place because I live in the state of Utah, and I also don't travel around out of state often. So, probably can only just hang out here on the internet. Okay, I got a couple other commenters saying, hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to my live stream. It's really great to be able to speak live again. It's been quite some times since I have, and a couple of things have been to do with my work schedule, but at other times too, I do a lot of other things, so I'm not always possibly going to be going live all the time. It also depends on how I feel, the lighting of the outside and such for greater quality. I turned up the microphone just a little bit. Let me know, you out there who are watching, how it sounds, if it's too loud or if it's not loud enough, or if you're getting too much background noise or something like that. Just let me know how the microphone sounds. All right, and then he says, what are you doing, man? I got a comment I didn't see. Hilarious Production says, so what are we doing? I haven't exactly planned what I want this live stream to be about. It could just be a fun chat, questions and answers. Let me know how your Christmas was and basically how your year of 2022 was. We can just talk about just casual, cool stuff, nothing really. I don't exactly have a specific topic or a purpose about this live stream. Usually I just come online and I just talk with people. If you want to ask me something, you can ask me questions, I can answer them. I can ask you questions too, and such. So, which of course, that'll be my first question for the stream we can talk about is, how was your Christmas? And did you get anything fun? And just like, how was your experience? What did you think? And basically, another question too. Have any of you received any snow? Have you gotten nice amounts of snow where you each live? Of course, it's going to be different for everybody since we all live in different elevations. The elevation, or the feet that you are in elevation above sea level and so on, will be different. I'm 46 or 47. I think I'm 4,600 feet above sea level. So that I get a pretty decent amount of snow where I live. But it kind of depends. It kind of goes up and down. Oh, and I got asked a question, how was my Christmas? I actually have not celebrated like opening gifts on Christmas just yet. I actually we I have two brothers that weren't able to make it. They live out of state, and they weren't able to make it here to celebrate Christmas with us and open presents because my family and I do this gift exchange, and we'll exchange presents with whoever whose ever name we get. We each write our name on a sheet of paper. We put it in a hat or a basket, and then we draw a slip of paper out, open it, and whose ever name is on that is on that slip is the one that we have to give a Christmas present to, or a few, for the Christmas holiday. And that's what we did. So, but since my brothers weren't able to make it down because of the weather being so bad, it's been very snowy and icy and stormy that we canceled our Christmas opening time and their visitation here, and we're looking for next week. It's possibly what we're gonna do to celebrate it. So I haven't opened presents yet, but we'll see what I get though. Maybe I might probably do an opening, showing the opening, or I'll just make a vlog with my presents after I've opened them. But yeah, so far though, my Christmas has been really great. It's been very, very wonderful and spiritual, and love the holiday. I just love the whole purpose of it and just everything. It's just such a wonderful holiday, and means so much to me, and I love it so much. So it's just a very special time. Has great significance to me. I got a comment or two. I have to reach. I'm doing this live stream off my iPhone, so I have to reach to see what the comments are, so I can look at them because they appear on screen, but they fade off. So that was answering Cooper's question. So William Waldrop said, "My Christmas was good. I got Rocco Modern Life and Rocco's Modern Life in the complete series. Shirts, books, Funko Pop, nightcaps, and a few something." The comment got cut off. Sadly, I can't see the whole comment. It would be a lot more professional if I was doing this on a computer. But the only computer we have in our family is an HP laptop, and the quality is just horrible. I've actually used it for a couple of my live streams. If you go to my live stream playlist, you'll see, if you look at like throughout the video or throughout the live streams, you'll notice that some of them are in really horrible quality. Those were the times where I used the laptop that we own. The audio is also bad, so it looks a lot better with my iPhone because the quality is better, and I use a Blue Yeti microphone. And William says he got a Chromebook and a Roku TV. That's awesome. How cool is that? Lucky you to be able to get a laptop, man. Like, not everybody gets that for Christmas. So I'll show you my microphone right here. I have it on the pattern setting where it only picks up noise from the front. So like when I talk behind it, you hear my voice sounds different. It's because it's only the pickup pattern is coming from the front. There are 4 settings on a Blue Yeti microphone, and I have it set to the front. There's basically there's front and back, then there's front, left, and right, and then there's every direction. But I have it set to just the front to help not pick up as much noise coming from all around, and my bedroom window is directly in front of me behind the camera. So just to block out, not pick up too much sound coming from that direction, I have it just facing where it's going to pick up noise from this direction. So any noise you hear coming from my door is going to be, the microphone definitely might pick that up. But so far it is sounding great, and I'm listening to myself with my earphones so I can hear how I sound. So yeah, good stuff. So let's see here. Oh yeah, and then William says, "What's your favorite Christmas song?" Oh, good question. I have a lot of favorite Christmas songs, actually. I really love Christmas hymns are my favorite, and but one of them that would be my top favorite. I really love "Angels We Have Heard on High." I really love that song, and I also really love "Silent Night," "Far, Far Away on Judea's Plains," "Joy to the World," and "Hark the Herald Angels Sing." I really like that one as well. And yeah, so many beautiful Christmas songs I gotta love. And then there's those other classic kinds, Jingle Bells, and like, Up on the Hilltop. I believe that's what it's called. and yeah, a couple other those fun classic Christmas songs that are from the 20th century, sung by singers like Bing Crosby, Frank Sinatra, and the Andrews Sisters, and just all these other old Christmas singers. And I really love those. Those are all fun Christmas classics. The thing that's cool is you can actually find them on 2 hour long videos on YouTube. It's like 2 hours of like the most classic Christmas songs. Yeah, you can find that. So those are always fun. And Cooper says he had an HP Windows 11. So yeah, I think my family and I actually used to have a Windows XP Microsoft computer, and I really loved that computer. It was really nice. It had a lot of cool features on it. But that was a microphone that we only used basically, I want to say 2008 to 2015. 2008 to 2014. That I'll just stick with those years we used it for. And then the year 2015 is when we got the HP laptop. It's just called HP. I forgot if it has another like model name, but I believe it's just called an HP something. I don't know my computers. I'm a computer geek, but I'm not that big of a geek. All right, William says the Funko Pop I got for Christmas is Jerry Seinfeld. Seinfeld is my favorite sitcom. Huh. Well, cool. That's pretty cool. It's great that you got your favorite, and that's awesome. So, cool stuff. Yeah. See, that's another thing I really love about Christmas, and it's a time where people give, where people are very giving, and very they're selfless, and they open up their shut up hearts to their fellow creatures, and I just love it. It's so wonderful. And of course we ought to be giving like this all year round, and not just as a Christmas traditional thing, but basically all year round, is to be giving and caring and willing to share and to give to those who are in need, to not turn away the needy and naked and the sick and afflicted, and all that, and to give your substance to the poor in any way you can. And of course that doesn't mean that you have to, give out money or anything like that to every person you ever come across, because of course you would run out. But the most important thing is that you do what you can to be able to help people out. And then if you just really can't, if you're in a similar boat as these other people, the greatest thing too is that you have it in your heart, is that you say in your heart, if I had, I would give. But because I don't have, I can't give. But if I did, I would. But just by having that attitude and that mentality, and just that desire, that counts. It's all that good stuff. So yeah. And my friend Noah Probe says, I miss you. Yeah, I miss you too, buddy. Yeah, I'm sorry that I was not able to get back to you and your messages. My family and I have been pretty busy this Christmas holiday. We've been doing quite a lot, and I'm off work, of course, but we've been doing a lot of housework, things around the house and everything, and just keeping ourselves organized and all that good stuff. So, just we got to do what we got to do, but everything's cool. Yeah, everything is going pretty smooth. So yeah, good stuff though. But yeah, I don't really exactly have anything else in mind for this live stream. Maybe that's another thing why that I don't go live as much. Jim Bailey put an L or something. Probably was a typo. Probably meant to say something and accidentally typed a letter. But welcome to the stream, Jim Bailey. And glad that you could be here and hang out in the chat. Noah says when you can hang out, it's when you can hang out, let's hopefully do something on New Year's Eve. Yeah, totally, for sure. Yeah, if we can do something, yeah, we'll see what we can do. But if not, we'll just see what happens. Maybe I might be doing stuff on New Year's Eve, but I'm not sure. Maybe not. We'll just see what our schedule is and stuff. My brothers might be coming down the next week, or they will be coming down for the weekend only. But I don't think it's going to be a week-long visit. I think they're only just coming for a few days, that sort of thing. Well, we'll see what happens. Whatever comes first. What will go around will come around. So, yeah. Kind of running out of things to think about and say. Probably just like, from this point forth, we could just keep doing throwing back and forth questions and answers to one another. Unless you have some other kind of topic you want to share. Yeah, when I do live streams in the future, maybe I'll switch things up. I'll change tactics, because every one of my live streams has been like this, where I just sit in front of the camera, I have my microphone on, earphones plugged in, and I'm just chatting, which is fine. But sometimes, yeah, we have moments like this where everything goes quiet. So, yeah, I don't exactly have, like, anything in mind. I'll have to try something. Maybe... I've never really done gaming videos or anything, and there are a couple times where I'll play old games and everything. Nothing exciting or new to most, because I play a lot of older games that most people probably don't know or don't play anymore, that sort of thing. But I cannot screen record or anything, doing that of a game on screen while I play with like my voice and the screen of me on there. The really only way that I could do it would be to just set up my phone with the camera on and just record myself on the TV. Just like recording. A couple messages got retracted. Huh. I don't know. There's a couple of comments that are coming through, but they like are like disappearing. They're getting like retracted. I'm not sure. And I haven't been maintaining like my moderator section of who is a moderator on my channel, as I've never really kept track. I've kind of neglected some of those features on my YouTube channel. I definitely need to do some organization, that's for sure. So, another message got retracted from Thundercat 2. A username Thundercat 2 is trying to send a message, but it keeps getting declined. I have no idea why. There haven't been really any updates with the live stream. Not that I know of, at least. Highlight save your channel as unlisted video for 5 minutes of your stream. At least 1 minute of this video is needed to start a highlight. I've never done the highlight feature, so I really don't know. Top chat. No, hide all chats. All messages are visible. Some messages are just... Maybe my feature was set wrong. I actually just edited my comment section to put that everybody can comment. I mean, I guess I could leave it on top chat where some messages, potential spam, may not be visible, but for now, I'll just do all messages are visible. We'll do that. We'll set that as the setting just for a start. I've been going on for almost 20 minutes on this stream, so we'll just see what happens. But yeah, so okay, yeah, so that's what I'm going to be trying to do. I'm definitely going to see what I can do towards future streams to make them a little more exciting, something a little more cool. So maybe if I do play a game or watch a movie, I can live stream myself watching a movie and give my reaction to it. But of course, that can definitely I could get copyrighted for recording a movie. I think last time I did that, I Yeah, I didn't get a copyright strike, but I got a copyright notice, or the live stream was blocked. So that was back in 2020. So probably might not do a live stream of a movie, but maybe, maybe I could do a game. I could play like a one of those old games that I play. I could announce what name the game is, and I'll just set up my phone with the tripod. I'll film the screen, and I'll be behind the camera. I might not be in frame of it, and I'll just do a live stream of myself playing a game. But yeah, that's what I'll do. I could do that for another live stream in a future time. I'll just record that, and I'll be behind the camera, and I'll just so that way I can read and reply to comments while I play. So it's like a cheap, simple way of doing a gaming live stream, but it's it's something I can do. So, and Noah asked me if I liked this wolf thing he gave me, and I do. I love it so much. I love it. I'll definitely keep it up there. Cooper asked me if I like retro games. I don't exactly know what a retro game is. Give me an example or name a few, like maybe the most common or most popular games ever, so I can get an idea. Because I don't know exactly what a retro game is, so that therefore I probably have never played one, or I just don't know. But let me know just what that is, and like give me like an example, like name a game. Perhaps I'll probably get the idea. So, but yeah, this is a wolf picture that my friend Noah gave me. It has feathers on it. It has like a wolf paw on the top, on the bottom and the top, and it has 3 wolves on it, 2 in the snow and like 1 in the sky, and they're in like a really beautiful forest with pine trees and a bright moon and everything. It's really pretty. I could take it off. I'll take it off the wall, and then I just don't want to pull out my cord. Let's see if I can get this off. There we go. Sweet. Yeah. Actually haven't shown this to my channel yet. There it is. Let's see. See if I can position that differently. Oh, Cooper says retro means going back, like either it's from the 70s, 80s, or 90s, or the early 2000s. Ah, yes, I love retro games. Yeah, isn't that the funniest thing ever? I don't know what a retro game is, but then when you explain what it is, I know exactly what it is. Yeah, I've just never known it as being called retro, but yes, I do. I love games from earlier dates. I don't really know a whole lot of games from like 70s, 80s, and 90s. There's a few old ones like Pac-Man and kind of these other like old archaic games, but I haven't played a whole lot of them, but I love 90s games and early 2000s games, especially on original Xbox, Nintendo 64, and basically just like games from those old consoles. And maybe the newest I've pretty much ever gone is like the Wii that came out in 2006, 2007, and then PlayStation 3, where I've played games from 2008 to 2012. But that's like the newest I've ever gone on a game. I've like basically never played a game any newer than 2012, which that game in particular is Black Ops Call of Duty Black Ops 2. That is the newest game that I've ever played, which came out in 2012, if I recall correctly. But anyway, yeah, Cooper is into wolves too. We like wolves. We think they're just magnificent, beautiful animals. So there's a wolf paw picture right there that I'm holding. Then there's the one on bottom. Oh, you can't see it. Right there. Then there's these feathers and these like beads. It's like a little macabre curtain. Quoting kind of like that, not exactly, but similar. And yeah, and then just a picture of a star on top, and then just the wolves on it too. But yeah, really cool. And the thing that's cool about this is actually it has batteries, and it has a light up switch. Let's see if I can find it right here. You probably won't be able to see it, but let's see. Can you see it? I guess I have to turn it around. Probably can't see it, but let's see. It has red, green, and a greenish blue and purple, or blue. I mean, sorry. There's blue, then there's purple, and then pink, and then red again. So it like switches to colors, and then it like stays for a second. But yeah, it's got a light up switch on it, which is cool. So I can light this up, which I don't light it up all the time, but the times I do is fun. And so yeah, I think the product name company it's from is from that, what's it called, Magnificent Spirits. That might be where the place is called. I actually haven't asked where my friend got this, but I really like it. It's pretty. Maybe I've inspired you, Cooper, to get something like this for your room, if you want. So, yeah, buddy. Let's see, I can hang this back up. Let's see. There's only one way it goes on. So, alright. Yeah, the microphone picks up a lot of noise when I move around. I don't have the best floor ever that I'm on, so I can see the wrench on Cooper's name, so that means I have him as a moderator. Oh, and by the way, it's actually snowing outside, which is really cool. Maybe I could angle my phone. I can switch the camera angle to outside, and I'll open the blinds a little bit. Probably won't be able to. Hold on a second. Maybe you can see that, maybe not. If you look like basically where the driveway is and where that car passed by and our car outside, you can see the snowflakes moving. So yeah, we are definitely getting snow. Right on. That is so awesome. I'm so grateful for it. Unfortunately, it's not cold enough to stick. So, it's definitely going to be melting, but you know, it still is moisture in the air. Still counts. So yeah, good stuff. Let's see, 2:25. Let's see, I left a drink in the freezer. I'm going to go and grab it. I'll be right back. Just give me a minute. Okay. Yeah, Monster Zero Sugar. Fun fact, they actually changed their labels. They used to look different. They used to be black with blue. Now they switched them to black and green. Let's see. Did I get any comments while I was away? Let's see. Yes, I did get a couple from Cooper, my good friend. He says, oh yeah, that would be really cool to have something like that in your room, yeah. And he says, I remember having snow back in my state back in like 2009 and 2012. Oh yeah, I'm guessing that you live somewhere where you're most likely only like probably 2,000, give or take 1,500 feet above sea level. You know, something like that. And a place like that would definitely not get snow at all or as much. And if you did get snow, it just wouldn't stick. Yeah, because I've been to places like, I've been to Treasure Valley in the state of Idaho, and which is western Idaho. And the western side, there's a specific area called Treasure Valley. And that area, it's only like 2,000 feet, give or take 2,400 feet, you know, something in that range, but it's definitely just above 2,000 feet above sea level. And they don't get really any snow there, or if they do, it's like a very thin sheet, but it melts. if they're even lucky to get that, or that place the snow will fall but it doesn't stick at all, so it just turns into water, so melts away. Um, so yeah, I'm guessing that's likely what your place is like, Cooper. Of course, you don't have to say what state you live in if you're not comfortable with. I'm completely fine with that. If people don't want to say where they live, I'm completely a full respecter of that. And so, but yeah, just if you that would be my guess though as to why you don't get snow. But yeah, I forgot what the estimated amount of snow that we get here in Utah, in my area where I live. So, I think they say that like throughout the entire winter, we usually typically would get a total about 25 feet of snow, 30 feet or so. That's throughout the entire winter if we're lucky to get that. I might be exaggerating. Maybe it's only like 15 feet or something like that. I forgot what I read. I read an article, but it just said something like that is about the amount of snow that we would get the entire winter season before springtime comes around and melts the snow. But if I'm just saying here in the valley, then that's probably close enough. It's probably a very close estimate, I should say. I think the word is estimate. Uh, then that would be I'm probably very close to my estimate. But in the mountains, in the mountain ranges, because we live all around mountains, we're surrounded by them. The mountains get a lot of snow. They probably, I don't know, probably throughout the entire winter get over 100 feet. I mean, that might be too much. Maybe I'm exaggerating that number, but I don't know. We get a lot. We do get a lot, and we're very fortunate and very blessed and lucky to get the snow that we get in the winter because we get hot summers, and we would run out of water so quick if we didn't get snow. We'd be in deep trouble. Basically, wouldn't even be able to live in this state at all if it weren't for the lakes that we have around us and the amount of snow that we get. Yeah, which there's been a lot of drought going on basically worldwide in the past decade, basically give or take 2 decades. There's been great droughts. If y'all have ever seen the news and everything in the media, that yeah, there's a lot of lakes and rivers, reservoirs, and areas like that are losing lots of water. Like the lake, I forget the name of the lake, but it's the lake that, or no, it's a reservoir. It's the reservoir that's in southern Nevada where the Hoover Dam was built to hold that water. Yeah, that lake has shrunken exceedingly, and it's really low. Um, the Great Salt Lake here in the state of Utah has also shrunken greatly. I don't remember the percentage of how much it's declined going back into the 1980s, but it has declined greatly. It's so much more lower than it used to be. If I had a picture of it from 1987 to now, like if I had them in my hand, I could show you the difference and you would see. But you can go onto Google search and you can type up Great Salt Lake, Utah in 1987 and then see a picture of it, and then go to a picture of it basically in 2021, and you'll see the change in it. It's actually quite shocking. So yeah, and if that lake ran out of water, we wouldn't be able to live in, I don't maybe not the entire state of Utah, but the in Salt Lake County, in the capital and all that area, we wouldn't be able to live there because there's no water. Maybe no water, even though there's water in the mountain ranges, but I think there's something to do with having water in the lakes is what we use to also live. Not for drinking purposes, I mean, possibly, but it's for other things. Because, of course, the Great Salt Lake is not drinkable. It is extremely salty. I forgot the percentage of the ocean's salt percentage. I think it was something low, like 3% or something like that, something low. But the Great Salt Lake was like something huge, like 40 or 50%. The percentage of water and salt. So the Great Salt Lake had a massive percentage, though. It's because that lake is so full of has so much salt in it that you can actually literally float in it. And funniest thing I've lived here for 23 years, and never have I once stepped foot into that lake. And it's funny that I haven't. You think someone like me would, but I still haven't. But my family and I are probably going to plan for something like that, maybe in the summer or something, that we're just going to go to the Great Salt Lake and just swim for just a short while and float in the salt water, because you can totally float there because it's so salty. And of course, no fish live in that lake. The only thing that lives in the Great Salt Lake are brine shrimp, which brine is translated to salt. So it's salt shrimp. It's a shrimp that can live in extremely salty waters. And that is the only living thing that lives in the Great Salt Lake. The next saltiest lake in the world is the Dead Sea in the country of Israel. Not too far from Jerusalem, actually, in the Holy Land in Israel. Yeah, they have a great lake there called the Dead Sea, and it's extremely salty too, just like the Great Salt Lake. Except the Great Salt Lake is it's actually more salty, I've heard. But the Dead Sea is just as salty, that you can float in that lake as well. But nothing lives in that lake at all. That's where it receives its name, the Dead Sea, because there's nothing living in that sea. So yeah. But and basically it's the same story with the Great Salt Lake, but as I've mentioned, the only really thing that lives there is brine shrimp. So yeah. So yeah, fun stuff. Yeah, I've been basically almost all around this entire state, northern parts and southern parts. I haven't been to every square inch, of course. Exaggerating that, but I haven't been everywhere, but I've been to a lot of places. So yeah. So far I pretty much only have like 2 people watching, so yeah. I'll definitely have to think of more fun ideas to do for live streams than what I'm doing. I mean, I used to get a lot of viewers on my streams, but part of it's my fault. The reason why I don't get as many, because I haven't been live streaming as much. Resident Evil, is that a game, Cooper? Or a movie or something? And I've never heard of it. The fact that I've never heard of it, I don't even know what it is. Sorry, I'm kind of one of those simple guys. I don't know a whole lot. Stretch out those muscles. But yeah, so I don't know if I might scrap this live stream or if I might keep it. Cooper says it's a game series, plus they made 6 movies of them and a reboot. Oh, it's a game series. Yeah, no, I don't think I've ever heard of it. I mean, if I saw a picture of what the game cover looks like or a character from it, those are zombie games, by the way. Oh, I see. The thing that's funny is I love zombie games, but the only really few zombie games I've ever played is Black Ops Zombies, Nazi Zombies, and Plants vs. Zombies. I've played those 3 zombie games, but yeah, I've actually never really played a whole lot of other zombie games. I mean, I'm not too big on extremely graphic games. I'll play violent games, but I like the violent games that aren't too graphic. They're kind of low, not too bloody and everything. I usually play games like that, so that's why I haven't really played a whole lot of zombie games, because a lot of them are extremely graphic. So even though honestly Nazi zombies and Black Ops zombies are extremely are graphic, but I think I've seen worse. That I've seen games that are even worse than those, and those are like bloody, but they're not extremely bad. They're not like horrific and deep and everything. So yeah, so that's most likely why I haven't played a whole lot of zombie games. It's because of that reason. But the few that I have played, they actually are pretty fun. So yeah, sorry to disappoint, Cooper. What's he saying? Cooper says I'm into Sonic games though. Yeah, you know one thing that's funny about me is I love Sonic. I think he's a cool character, but I have never gotten into his games. Like and even the 2 movies that came out with him I haven't even seen, which I've been told are good. But I haven't seen them, and I have not played any of his games. The only game I've ever played with Sonic in it, and I'm sure it's not as close to the original games, but similar, is I've played Super Smash Brothers Brawl. Super Smash Brothers Brawl from 2009, I believe, is when that game came out. And 2008, whenever it came out, something like that. But I played Super Smash Bros. Brawl, which has Sonic in it, and I was always really good with him. He was one of the characters that I was super good with. I had so much fun playing him. He does like cool tricks. I like how he rolls into a ball and he can like zoom and move really fast and and stuff like that. So yeah, I always liked him. I thought he was cool. I just never got into his games, the games that he's in. Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah, I think the only really quote I only recognize from him is where he's like, "Sonic's the name, speed's my game." It's like the only quote I really know. You say you grew up with the original Sonic games, plus I did play the one from Super Smash Bros. Brawl as well. Right, and yeah, unfortunately I have not played any original games either of Sonic, so the only version of him I'm familiar with is just Super Smash Bros. Brawl, which is probably close enough to his character, but I'm sure in the original games and everything, like in his older games and others that he's in, that he probably has greater tricks up his sleeve than what they portray that he has in Super Smash Brothers. But they keep the games, the characters as close as they can, and just however they can work it out with the game and the controls and everything, because Super Smash Brothers are one of those game series where they have multiple characters for multiple games, and they have to be able to bring in the moves and the attacks that each character would do in their original game, that they can fit it into the new game, to the like basically the mash, you could say, where all the characters are fighting in the same game and use the same controller and everything, which honestly is really cool. I got a quote, a message from Soul. He says, "How do you know all this info?" Knowledge, baby. No, I just learn stuff as I go along. I do research. I ask people, and I just investigate into topics, whatever I basically can think of. If I'm interested in a certain topic, I go and I do my research and I ask questions and I do anything I can to learn about it from other people or self-teach. So, and there's probably a quote that many of you know. It's, knowledge is power. And it's always my desire and goal to obtain as much education as possible and to learn more things. And I have a long ways to go. I'm still I'm only 23, so I'm still young and everything, but I'm definitely a lot further ahead where I am than I was when I first started YouTube back in 2016. Let's see. It says, "Do you think people deserve to be equal, or should there be a I'm sorry, I can't. I think the comment got cut off. Oh well. But you said, do you think people deserve to be equal?" Yes, I do. I believe that every man and woman and child should be completely equal and treated the same and treated fair, and everything, and that there shouldn't be rich and poor. That everyone on this earth can be rich, because they're the treasures that are on this earth, and everything that can bring people to give people great wealth and everything. There is enough on this earth and to spare. There is plenty. There is no reason why anybody should ever be poor, and it grieves my soul to see that there are people that are greatly struggling out there, and then there's a select few people that are rich and powerful and everything, and it just really hurts to see people, because maybe I'm not in an extremely struggling situation myself, but I'm still doing everything I can. So, and Soul says, so why did American history create slavery? That's what men wanted. Men back in the day wanted slavery. They thought it was the right thing. They thought it was supposed to be fair for the rich and powerful, that they are treated more fair than others who are poor, and in this case also putting down other races and such as blacks and Asians and all that, where they were treated really poorly back in the day, were put in horrible conditions and slavery and stuff, because men just wanted power over others. Men wanted to usurp power over others and wanted to control people's lives and wanted to be ministered to and served in wrong ways, and basically, and stuff like that. I mean, and then the rich justify it by saying they're giving them a place to live, they're giving them, a roof over their head, clothes on their back, food in their bellies, but basically their ticket to do all of that is to work hard labor for the owner of themselves. So I don't know, it's just really sad to see that people did that back then. And the other thing too, just what's so great to learn about history, is that we can learn about these things so we don't duplicate them. So yeah, Soul says, I like you, I'm going to subscribe. Well, thank you, Soul. Maybe I can go to your channel on the stream. If I can go to your channel, I can subscribe back. Nope, I cannot visit your channel, not while I'm on the live stream, but I'll have to get back to you. Maybe I can find your comment in the live chat if they still do that, where I can go through the live stream again and I can subscribe back. Or if not, you can leave a comment on my latest video and leave me just a comment of any kind so I can subscribe back. So, but yeah, I believe that all men should be equal. Everyone should be treated fair. And he says, fine, I don't do YouTube. Oh, okay. Nah, it's just whichever you want. But welcome to the channel, buddy. But yeah, every man should be equal. Everyone should be treated fair, and no race, no color, no nation is above another. Everybody, we are all equal. We are all people. We're all human beings, men and women, and that we're all on this earth. We all feel pain. We all have feelings. We can all experience joy and misery. We witness good and evil, and we see virtue and vice. We witness light and darkness, and we all experience health and sickness, and pleasure and pain, joy and misery, all the above. So there's just no reason for anybody to be treated less than others. As it's, I saw this really cool YouTube video where I forgot the name of the channel. They make short films. Usually they'll make comical videos and stuff. I think they've made a couple of horror and a couple of things, but other times they'll just make comedy, but with a great moral in it. And one video was Prank on Substitute Teacher Gone Wrong was the title of the video. And basically throughout the video, there's a student in the class that keeps pranking his teachers and his fellow classmates, but specifically a substitute teacher they had. And it was funny and all right. We're all having a good laugh, a kick out of all the pranks and everything. But the one who was not laughing was the substitute teacher, because she could not stand the pranks, because it wasn't fair for her and everything. And then the next day, she turned it around and started pranking the prankster, and gave him a taste of his own medicine. And basically the whole moral in the end was, she was like, how come you're not laughing at the prank? It was always funny when you pranked me. And then the boy said, yes, it was funny when I pranked you, but I realize it isn't very funny when you're the one being pranked. And then she went, exactly. And basically the whole moral of the story was, treat others how you'd like to be treated. And, and everything. So it's just like common sense. It only makes sense that just you wouldn't want to be treated like someone lesser than another, or treated like an animal, or worse, an object. You wouldn't want to be put down and have someone put above you, and the one that's above you wouldn't be experiencing the feelings that that you're the one being put down. The one above you doesn't experience what it's like to be put down, because they're the one that is putting you down. But when they experience it for themselves,
and everything. And if they're soft-hearted, they'll change their ways, and they'll realize that how bad that is to be treated that low and that poor. And I've had my fair share of that with many people, and yeah, it's not good. But the best thing we can do is to love and to support everyone, and to not judge people, and to do all that. So, uh, Soul says, "I hope you have an amazing day, and love to take that. I love how you take that however you want, and see you later. And you deserve love, and got what he deserved." Yeah. So yeah, thank you so much for watching the stream, Soul, and you have a great day, my friend. And thank you so much for commenting. And I'll do more live streams in the future and chat with my users online and other people. And maybe I'll do more fun activities and such. So yeah, we'll see what comes down the road. So yeah, good stuff. Oh boy, starting to get a little tired. It's only 3 o'clock, almost 3, 10 minutes to 3. And my live stream has been going on for 51 minutes, so basically by 3 o'clock it will have been an hour. I hope to make it one day later, man. Yeah, hope so too, man. You can do it. We can all get through this. So you keep pushing forward. You keep staying strong. I believe in you. I have faith in you, and I know that all of us can get through that. That we'll get through just this life, yeah, and everything. This whole phase that we're in this state, that we'll make it. Yeah, just you gotta believe. You gotta have faith. You gotta have strength, and stay strong, and keep pushing forward, and to never give up. So, yeah. Oh boy, yeah. It's this world's a tough one. It is. It's really rough. Life is rough, and it's really the way people do. It's what our fellow brethren do. It's what our people do is what makes this life hard. And this life in itself is hard in this world that we live in, and the things we have to go through. The sicknesses and the other things like that we have to deal with. Famine and plagues and other things. Yeah, it's all that's bad enough as it is, but it's worse when our fellow men do stuff wrong to us, such as doing things like slavery and murdering, robbing, stealing, and just all that stuff. It's just it's really honestly the only really thing that's mainly depressing to me in this world that can get me depressed is just what our brethren do, just what our people do, and the way the society is and everything, and the way laws are in the land and everything. They're exceedingly strict and just really not fair, and a lot of them actually do more harm than good. But I'm not going to complain. It is what it is, and we just have to go with the flow, because you can't go against what other people do in the land and everything, and go against the law and everything, because you won't win, because the way the law enforcement is and the law is on their side and not yours. And yeah, it's just rough. Then you hear a lot of people that are trying to do things in the world, and then they give up, and they just say, I give up, because you can't win in this world even if you try. But I don't know, just have to keep pushing forward and just keep trying. And miracles, watch for miracles to happen in your life, and just have hope for brighter days and for better luck. Well, this has actually been it's been a fun live stream. It's not much has gone on, but I like being able to basically quote unquote vent out and just get some words out about everything, even though I'm not in any time. Yeah, I know, Cooper. It totally does, and of course that's it's part of just this life too. You'll have good days and bad days. Not every day's gonna be a good day. Oh, excuse me. Yawning. Not everybody's gonna. You're not gonna have a good day every single day, even if you want it to be. Of course, if everyone had their own way, everyone would have a good day. But yeah. But of course, it's not always gonna be that. William asked me what's my favorite movie starring Will Sander. or what was the name?
Adam Sandler. What's my favorite movie starring Adam Sandler?
Man, I am slow. Who is Adam Sandler? I think I know him. There are actors that I do know, but I forget their faces or their names. It's one or the other. Man, I don't have another device anywhere to like pull up who Adam Sandler is. I may know who that is. What's like one of his most famous roles or characters? If you name one of those, perhaps I'll recognize him. Adam Sandler. That sounds so familiar. Man, I'm sorry. I'm slow sometimes when it comes to actors. So let's see. It's a famous comedian actor. Yeah. I know. I love comedians, and I know a lot of comedians. I just forget their names. Yeah, Man, I swear I know him. Oh boy, I feel silly. Isn't that the worst when you know what someone's talking about, but it's not there. It's not on the tip of your tongue. I don't know. Just like if you can think of like one of his most famous roles, or just name a few, maybe a top 3 type thing, perhaps I'll recognize him. What's that?
I think the popular movie that he played in is Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore. I don't think I've seen Happy Gilmore. Doesn't sound familiar enough. I don't think I've seen that movie. Maybe name off a couple others. Maybe. You can go to Google and you can look up him and look up his movies. See what movies he's in. That's my third dream. That's my third dream. Became a stand-up comedian like British comedian Dave Thompson. Okay, so a British comedian then. I have my fair share of who I know of American comedians, and then there's the British comedians and so on, and there's like a select few I know, but I don't exactly know all of them, or at least the majority of them, or if I do, I just know sorry for the yawn. I just know them by their face, or I'll just know them by a character's name, but I don't know their actual name.
Let's see. Noah says Bedtime Stories is one of his good movies.
Is he the main actor in Bedtime Stories? Wait, Adam Sandler. Yeah, wait, that's him. Yeah, he's the main actor in Bedtime Stories. Right? I think so.
Let's see. I love that movie, Noah, too. Let's see. I would like to be an actor, writer, and a comedian. That's my dream since 2015.
Yeah. I've actually had dreams of being an actor, too, but I don't know if I'd ever want to become a popular one, but I do enjoy acting. It's just a lot of work, but I don't really have it in me to be like one of those most famous popular actors or celebrities or anything, because I'm not really too big on being famous, but I don't mind being one of no small reputation just among a certain number of people who know me, such as neighbors and just a couple close friends. But I've never really been into wanting to be famous and be known by millions, and being known by people but they don't know me type thing. I'm not really so big on that, but I do like being known, and I do like to be able to act in short films or just any kind of little funny simple act and everything that I can do, or a reenaction of something for something short and simple, similar to my short horror film The Peering Skull, how I was the only actor in that. I loved acting in that because it was fun. I didn't have to say anything because I wanted it to be a silent film, where I don't say anything, and there's just scary music and everything and suspense and creepy parts to it. But that was fun to act in. So if I ever wanted to have acting, do acting as a thing, it'd mostly just be more of a hobby. Wouldn't be a career. Or if I did make a career out of acting, it would just be it'd be something on the side. I'd do it as a small thing where I just make extra cash on the side by just acting in something short and simple type thing. I don't know, something like that. But I don't know. I probably wouldn't want to be the most popular, or like one of those actors that acts in long plays and such. But
And I got a yes from Noah, so I have to go over and have a safe day, bro. Bye.
yeah, you have a safe day too, Cooper. Thanks so much for stopping by. And yeah, I know who Adam Sandler is. Yeah, he acts in that movie Click and Bedtime Stories, and there's a couple other movies he acts in that were pretty funny. And I'm sorry to. I'm not hate. I don't hate the actor. I've just never really been into like him. Never really watched him a whole lot. But the few movies and such that I have seen him in, he is pretty funny. Yeah, Bedtime Stories and Click, and there's a couple other movies I probably know him in. They're just not on my head right now. But yeah, I was like, yeah, I knew who Adam Sandler is. Yeah, there we go. Now it just came to mind. I didn't know who that was, but there we go. There he is. So yeah, I like him. He's a good actor. He's probably not one that I'm like crazy about or one that I would watch all the time, but yeah, like here and there. Seen him. He was funny. It was fun to watch.
Did funny things. So, but yeah, Big Daddy and a lot more.
Don't think I've seen Big Daddy, or if I have, it's been a while. But so yeah, good stuff though. Yeah, I think this will give you a laugh, Noah. But I think one of my favorite scenes that I've ever seen Adam Sandler act in was in the movie Click, which is a movie where he has a remote control that he was given by somebody, by like this old guy or something, and he can control the time of the world. He can pause it, fast forward it, rewind it, you name it. He can do anything like that. He can, but he mostly and mute it and everything like that, which he mostly will mute things that he's annoyed of, or he'll pause just to stop something for a second, then play it again. It's pretty hilarious. So, what was I saying? The scene that I love him so much in is where he's talking to his boss. His boss promised him a promotion, but he screwed him over because he said he'd be getting promoted, but he lied to him. He said he basically said you'll get promoted now, but then when Adam Sandler's character comes in, the boss is like, no, you're not getting promoted now. You have to like do a bunch of paperwork and do all this stuff for like a month or two, and all these like there's like bull crap stuff. You have to like go through a whole sheet of like massive piles of like paperwork and computer work in order to get the promotion to be like vice president of this company, so on down that list. But he didn't word any of that to Adam's character. I forgot his character's name in the movie, but his character. And then after he was done with that, Adam presses pause on the remote, and he starts smacking his boss in the face while he's frozen because time stops. He's like smacking him, and then he wakes up and he's like, "Whoa! I just got a big headache," because after the impact of being hit a bunch of times. And he suddenly is feeling it all once time was started again. And then Adam's character, he's like hiding the remote behind his back, all this acting cool. And then the next part is Adam presses pause on the remote again and gets up on his boss's desk, and then he farts right in his face. Yeah, just this good long loud just right in his face, just like that. And the boss was frozen in like this kind of position. Something like that, It was hilarious. And then he presses play on the remote again, and the boss is like, I taste crap. Except he swears, and I'm not going to swear on my channel, but oh boy, now that scene was pretty funny. And oh man, it was just funny. And then like Adam Sandler's character is like, you do? After he said it, and he's like, I'm just going to leave, and then he just leaves the door. So yeah, it was just funny. That was a pretty funny film. And yeah, I haven't seen the whole movie in a long time, but there's a couple clips like that one that I do remember. There was another one that I remember where like his wife, or girlfriend, whoever it was, I think it was a wife, she was yelling at him, and Furious was enraged, just swearing at him and just like everything and yelling, and then he presses mute on the remote to mute her so he doesn't have to listen to her. And same thing too with his dog. His dog was all barking at him because it needed to go potty outside. But he was like just testing out his remote, and he presses mute on the dog's bark, and the dog is still barking at him, but he don't hear anything. So yeah, it's just pretty cool, and he can hear himself and everything, but everyone around him though cannot. You know, he can't hear anything else around him because he's muted audio to the world because he had control of the world and everything. And yeah, it's pretty hilarious, those type of movies. So yeah, no, I don't know a whole lot of films that he's in, but the few that I do know, I have liked him in. So okay, yeah, he's a good actor. I just never really got into him, just never really watched him often. So yeah, let's see. Just like 3 people watching this, so which is fine. It's all right that the live stream doesn't have as many people. I'm not bothered at all. I mean, I love the comments coming through, but there are times where I like it when there's no comments coming through, just for a moment, so I can vent out and just like speak. Even though is venting meaning that you're raging or like getting out words? I guess it must mean like you're like yelling out words, like you're like getting your anger out, which but I'm not angry at all. I actually don't know what kind of headphones these are. These are I don't see a brand name on them, but that's the logo of the headphone, the company that makes these. It's like a triangle with a line through it. So yeah, that's the logo. I don't exactly know what company that is. I don't do much research on things that I do not know. But that's the logo. If you know what it is, you could probably comment it. But if not, it's not a big deal. But I got these for $3 at a thrift store called Deseret Industries for $3. And yeah, it's they're good. They're good microphones. Earphones. They sound pretty good with my ears. I guess it's not like I can't exactly tell how loud I really actually am. Because the Blue Yeti microphone has a volume button or a volume nozzle on the microphone, so you can have it on low and high and stuff. You can turn it. It almost turns 360, but not quite. It turns like I want to say 260 or something like that, give or take. And but I have it turned up all the way, so just to see if I can give myself a general idea of how loud I sound on the microphone. Because if it's loud in my ears, then I'll know it'll be loud in your ears. Because I can really hear the noises that this microphone picks up through the earphones. That's why I have these on. Because if I take these off, I don't know how loud the microphone actually sounds. How my voice sounds through the microphone into your speakers, your earphones, whichever you're listening to this on. So that's why I have earphones on, so I can get a general idea of what I sound. So I'm not too loud. So yeah. Well, maybe I might stop this live stream. Everything's pretty much slowed down, but I've enjoyed myself doing this, and I'll definitely make more live streams in the future because this has been fun. I've been enjoying myself. So yeah, you want to wish everyone out there also a happy New Year coming up in a couple days. Maybe I might do a New Year's Eve and New Year's Day live stream. I don't think I've ever done that before. So I could do a New Year's live stream and do the countdown when the new year hits. If not, I could just do it in a video because for the past few years, I've done the Happy New Year wish. It's been in a vlog, just in a regular video. We'll have a timer set on one of our iPhones, and we'll have a countdown from the minute of 11:59 to when it's about to reach 12 of January 1st of the next year, and I'll record like the countdown, the last 10 seconds of the year. Yeah. So I can just do that, but I don't think I've ever done it in a live stream before. So. But yeah, let's see. Bento, I don't know how to say your name. I'm so sorry. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it if I don't know how to say it because I'll sound funny. But he said the stream was great. All right, well, I'm glad you liked the stream. It's definitely a simple stream, but yeah, I'll definitely think of more ideas. Like I mentioned earlier in the stream that I would do possibly gaming live streams where I'll play Nintendo 64 games on a live stream, maybe for just like an hour or so. I don't really want to do those really long live streams for like an hour to 2 hours or so. Maybe I'll only do like just like an hour long live stream. We'll see. We'll see how how it goes and everything. But like I'll just play games like that. I have the original Xbox and I play the first Halo on it, and I even have the second one. So maybe like I could do a live stream where I do like maybe a series where I do a live stream of myself playing every level on that game, which there are 10 levels on Halo 1. Halo Combat Evolved is the game. I love that game. It's one of my favorite games of all time. Love the soundtrack from it, and if you ever noticed, a couple of my YouTube videos actually have Halo music in the background or in the outro of the video. I'll just have it in there just because the music is just so awesome. I just love it. Yeah, I could do like a series or something, or not a series, but like a live stream thing where I'll just go live for one level per stream and just do that for 10 streams, maybe possibly next year, 2023. I guess we'll see what happens. Yeah, I mean, a long time ago when I did live streams, this goes back to 2018, I think. I set a goal where I would upload a YouTube video once a week, and I would do a live stream once a month. So that basically means 52 videos in a year and 12 live streams in a year. Of course, I never really held fully true to that goal. I wasn't fully committed to it and everything, and it was a couple of things. I get busy is one thing for sure, but the other thing too is I do other things. I'll spend time with my family. I'll watch movies, or I'll go and serve service projects and throughout my neighborhood and everything. I just like if someone needed assistance or help with anything at times of the seasons, I just go and do things. So any calling that I feel like I'm called to, I'll just go and do and things like that. So that basically just takes away my time from YouTube. So that's why I've never really held true to the once a week YouTube video to the once a month live stream. So basically I stopped setting goals because I never committed to them. I never really fully committed to them. So basically whenever I feel like I'm going to upload, I'm just going to do it. But I'm going to set myself a steady pace so I'm not going too long without uploading, just so I'm not neglecting my channel and boring my audience. So like maybe I might do like a one video every 2 weeks type thing. But then I don't know. I sometimes bounce back and forth with a bunch of different ideas. Maybe I'll upload like 2 videos in a week, and then I won't upload anything the following week, but then I'll upload another video that week, the next week after that following week, and then usually, just stuff like that. And then I'll make a variety too of content. I'll do regular videos, I'll do shorts, and then I'll do live streams, and then of course I'll keep on a steady pace too with posting on my community tab. Either I'll do updates. If there's an exciting video coming up, I can put it in the community tab. Just say future video coming. I can show like a picture to say what to expect for in that video, and say coming soon this week. Stay tuned. And then maybe show like a behind the scenes picture, a funny meme, funny picture that maybe I took, or whatever, of an event coming up, and so on down that list. And then yeah, basically just just whatever I feel. Just find funny things to do, and then I'll just basically just go at it. Just upload funny videos like that, and then shorts. Because I really have been enjoying uploading shorts, because I've gotten a decent amount of views off 2 shorts that I've uploaded. The one with the pumpkin puke, where like I had a pumpkin. There are jack-o'-lanterns in front of our homes we had carved, and I set a really tall candle. I'll actually grab one off my desk to show you what kind of candle it was. I actually have a bunch of candles that I've been buying from that Deseret Industries thrift store for only like a couple of bucks. A lot of people donate many things to there, and I've been finding a lot of like really cool candles. This is one right here, and this one is scented. A lot of these are actually old candles too. Probably not really gonna have dates on them or anything. I wish things were dated. A lot of things back in the 1940s were dated, or pretty much everything if I recall. But anyway, this candle, this is a really tall candle. You can see how big it is with hand comparison. See, like basically from the part of my thumb to my pointer finger. So it's a pretty good sized candle, and I had one of these inside the jack-o'-lantern, and I had it lit, and it was burning, and it basically burnt the entire night. I left it on overnight because I have a bunch of these, and I wanted to get rid of them. So I started burning them inside the jack-o'-lanterns to light them up, because they look really cool lit up. So that's what I did. That candle melted all the way, but being that much wax created a pool of wax, and it dripped out of the mouth of the jack-o'-lantern and down the porch, the concrete porch, all the way to the ground. And the way it looked like puke, like the pumpkin was drooling, and it was like, it was sick and throwing up. So I uploaded a short of it called Pumpkin Puke, where I basically just say a funny thing about how children get sick from eating too many candy. Pumpkins will get sick if you feed them too many candles. So something random, but that short almost got 10,000 views. I got about 9.8, which was pretty cool, and basically 2 days, it was already at like 9.8 views, that K. And then I uploaded a funny random short where I pretended that my boss's Hummel sander, because I'm in hardwood flooring, is my job that I'm in. I install hardwood floors into homes and mostly basketball courts, and there's a sanding machine we use called a Hummel. It's made in Germany, so I'm sure Hummel's a German word or name. And it's a sander, and it just has one massive belt on it with a sandpaper that spins and sands the floors down. And we were finished with a shift for the day, and but I looked at I guess it's called the horn, where there's a pipe that leads from the sander up to the top, and what you can do is you hook a bag to it, or you can hook a vacuum hose to it, and what it does is the machine sucks up the dust from where it sands on the floor, the sawdust, and it pulls it up through that pipe, and then it will either go into a bag or it will go into a vacuum, just to help keep the dust down. That's what's cool about those machines, is they keep the air environment clean. Sorry, hiccup. They keep the environment clean by sucking up the dust. But the way the horn looked is it looked like a pipe that you would find on a well, from a water pump next to a well water pump. So we did is I took that steel handle, and that handle that had winds and twists at the end is for the cord. When you're pulling that machine, you can tie the hose onto that cord, and what it does is it just helps hold the electric cord away from the machine, so as you're going back and forth with it, moving it, the cord doesn't potentially get in your way and you sand over it and ruin it and everything. So it has that cool feature, that cool tool where it helps hold the cord away for you. Anyway, to make a long story short, too late,
it looked like the pipe on the machine looked like a pipe, and like a water well pipe and pump, and then I just used the metal handle to make it look like one of those cranks that you use to pump the water out of a pump, out of a well, as you pull it down, and it pulls the water out of the well and then into a bucket. So that's what I did. And there was a funny comedian back in the 1940s named Lou Costello, where he was trying to get water out of a well, and he put his bucket underneath the water pump, and he started pumping the water pump to try to get the water out of the well, but nothing was coming out. He tried moving faster and harder, nothing. Tried it again, going faster and harder, still nothing came out. He grabbed the bucket, he threw it aside, and then he leaned down and he looked up into the pipe to see if it was possibly plugged, and then suddenly the water just rushed through the pipe and just sprayed him right in the face. So really funny, hilarious scene. So my brother and I made a recreation of that based off my boss's machine, where I pretend to be pumping it. Nothing works. I move the bucket away and I look under it, and then I really cringily, poorly but funnily added in a green screen water stream coming out of the pipe onto myself, with the sound of sinks running, the sink water running, everything added in there to make it look like I was being flushed with water, which we showed to my boss, my brother and I, because we worked together, and he had such a good laugh out of it. It was pretty hilarious. And honestly, even though the editing looked bad, I think that's actually what really makes it funny. I always think that if you wanted to edit something and to look professional, you'd want a really good editor and something that looks smooth and realistic and cool, and like CGI and stuff like that to make it look like legit and realistic. But if you're doing it for comical purposes, I almost think that the poor editing actually makes it funnier because it's for comedy. So fun stuff. But those two shorts, though, they blew up in views. They got quite a lot. Let's see. Angel sent a comment, said, Rigel groomed my sister. Groomed my sister? No idea what you mean. Rigel groomed my sister. I have no idea. You'll have to explain. Was that a typo, or were you trying to say something? I don't know. So, oh boy. But yeah, so fun stuff. So, well, let's see. This live stream has been going on for 82 minutes, so that basically makes an hour and 12 minutes, if my calculations are correct. Alright, I think I'll probably just end this live stream off. I don't really typically like making too long of live streams, so I think I'll probably just cut it off now. Maybe I'll do a live stream for the New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, because I think a lot of other YouTubers will actually record theirs live. So everything. So yeah, well, it's probably. Let's see. Angel says, "Yo, sick freck. You're smiling." I mean, I smile a lot, so well, I don't know. People are gonna send random comments and everything, so oh well. But yeah, so that's my plan. I'll probably just make a live stream for New Year's Eve, and probably in the day, but kind of depends on how I'm feeling. Maybe I'll just make a vlog out of it, because the thing that's fun about a vlog is I can make many different clips throughout the day of the New Year's. So yeah, so I'll just probably do that. Let's see. Thundercat says, "Is this true?" Is what true? At Rigel. I was like, yeah, there's this person named Angel that said, "Groomed my sister," but I don't know what you mean. I don't know. I don't even know that Angel account. I don't think so. Must be a new account. The fact that it has no profile picture must just be a new account or someone random. I have no idea. So, yeah. Anyway. Alrighty. Well, I'll probably put an end to this live stream. And I'll keep the video ideas in mind for like the live streams and everything, I'll probably just try out gaming ideas and other things like that, you know, just like whatever stuff like that. So yeah, we'll definitely see what happens. So already, let's see, 3:22 is the time. Well, I think my watch is 2 minutes ahead. So alrighty then. Okay, I will send you guys on your way and end this live stream. And thank you so much for tuning in. And this has been fun. And alrighty, I will. Let's see. I forget how to turn this thing off and everything. But yeah, I've got a couple other comments from like a Thundercat user and an Angel user, but I've never seen any of these users before. So yeah, I don't know. It's like something about like grooming a sister and just like Predator behind the scenes. I have no idea who these people even are. So just, I have no idea. Well, this probably just like random channels and stuff. So well, thank you everyone for tuning in. This is Aaron Miller on the channel Rigel Destiny signing off. Be sure to protect, unite, inspire, and expand your friends as I have. And it is time to live your dream and become one. And Thundercat says I've commented. I possibly may have. I'll have to look through my subscriptions because I forget who I comment to. And I forget like channel names and such. So it's possibly that I may have commented to and I just don't remember. I'll check out these channels later on as I go throughout my subscription section because I never stay updated with it because I'm never really online much and if I am I'm just like I never organize my things. So time to rearrange, time to set a new system, change tactics, and get organized. And that's what we will do. We'll set an organization. So, all right. Thank you everyone so much for tuning in, and I will end this live stream. If I can remember how to do it. Let's see. And end stream now. Okay.